Thank you all for giving me the opportunity to talk about what is happening with abortion rights in the United States. We have never been so close to losing a fundamental constitutional right. I was in Texas last week, and I spoke to a Planned Parenthood volunteer named Sandy. After SB 8 went into effect, Sandy started telling her story. She had an illegal abortion in 1968, 5 years before Roe v. Wade made abortion a constitutional right. She had to have 3 procedures before the abortion was complete, and she said it was a miracle that she could be able to have children later. What she and so many others went through before Roe, we have spared generations from that. My generation is one of them. For 49 years, through medical advancements and new technology and sheer tenacity, we have kept abortion safe and legal. Giving women the freedom to decide when and whether to have children is giving them power over their future. And 6 months ago, Texas stopped that. They enacted a new law that makes it illegal to give someone an abortion after 6 weeks, or even help them get an abortion. 6 weeks, as you know, is before many people even know they are pregnant. Already during this legislative session, 10 other states are considering similar legislation. And at the same time, the Supreme Court is considering a case about a different abortion ban, which could unravel Roe v. Wade and the right to abortion across the United States once and for all. It seems that a majority of Supreme Court justices are poised to let this 15-week ban stand, if not repeal Roe outright. And that decision will come down, we expect, in June. So if Roe falls, 26 states in the United States could move to immediately ban abortion. That would affect 36 million women and even more people who can become pregnant. Black, Indigenous, Latino communities, the LGBTQ+ community, people with low incomes, the very people who are least likely to be able to afford a pregnancy are the same people who are least likely to be able to afford the gas money, the time off from work, the childcare, all the things that you will need to travel thousands, if not hundreds of miles to access abortion. State governments in the US have spent decades trying to make abortion impossible to access, and the courts have been our backstop because of Roe v. Wade. But the Trump administration, remade the courts, including the Supreme Court, and we can no longer rely on them to protect our rights any longer. We have to plan to carry ourselves through, I would say, many dark years. While we listen to so many of our colleagues progressing forward, it is clear the United States is going backwards. We have to think about what the opportunity is to unleash our collective power to reimagine and reconstruct the infrastructure of rights and freedoms around a new standard in the US. When we don't have Roe v. Wade to defend, we will have to realign to build a multi-generational, multi-ethnic, multi-faith, cross-movement force for freedom to secure our constitutional right again. We know the world is watching what is happening in the US, and we are also watching the world. We take so much heart from the success of our colleagues, most recently in Colombia, but also in so many countries represented on this webinar and beyond who have successfully moved to expand access and uphold rights. We don't want what happens in the US to stall global progress, but we know that the actions of the US can have serious impacts on the global movement for sexual and reproductive health and rights. We hope you will join us in engaging around the fight for abortion access by speaking out about the harms of eroding abortion rights, by sharing innovative models for delivering care and safeguarding access. We have so much to learn from our partners around the world, especially those operating in restrictive environments, and documenting the global impact on the lack of access to abortion and bad US policies so that we can move forward as a global movement and ultimately achieve sexual and reproductive health and rights, including abortion for all. Thank you so much.